I want to give some special attention to this next lady. Another lady comic. Welcome her to the fold. She's a very, very talented young woman. Please say hello to... I knew it, I'm sorry. Say hello to Miss Lana Green, everybody.
Everybody doing? I know I'm in Buffalo because they always say Lana. That's Lana. That's Lana. I was actually born in Russia, so it's Svetlana. Svetlana. It's exotic. Doesn't it sound exotic? It's not. Being named Svetlana in Russian is about as exotic as being named Shaniqua Jackson in Harlem. People generally don't believe me when I tell them I'm from Russia. I know my English is flawless, right? Beautiful. They can't tell by my Russian genes, my boobs from my mom, my facial hair from my dad. Yeah, and I get the typical reactions. I always get, wow, say something in Russian. Why? Are you going to understand what I tell you? Is it something that's glamorous? I made that up. Oh, I'm a refugee from Russia. So now I'm stuck. I have to come up with what word, what phrase is going to impress you the most and convince you beyond the shadow of a doubt that I speak Russian. So I've come up with my standard Lana. Say something in Russian reply. На здоровье, товарищ. И пошел нахуй. I see we have some Russians in the audience. Thank you. Which means, to your health, my friend. Now go fuck yourself. This is usually only amusing until my new friends, armed with their new Russian power, greet my parents with a hearty, "Пошел нахуй, fuck yourselves." Usually gets a smirk from my dad and a horrified, "Lana, it's not nice, this thing you show them." I wonder what she'd say if she knew what I was teaching them in bed. That's right, I've been asked to talk Russian, you know, during the act. Well, what the fuck, I'm naked. Now I have to think of another word or phrase? I mean, it's not enough? All right, пожалуйста, ты можешь быстрее закончить? That sound hot? They're usually like, I know her, she's like, baby, you're the best. Did they even come in that size? Oh my God. That's not what I'm saying. I'm usually saying, well, now it's your turn to impress me. No? Okay, well, Desperate Housewives is on in 10 minutes. Let's go. Yeah, my mother would be horrified that even here in America, the land of opportunity, I have to fake it. The typical Buffalo reaction is, Lana, you're from Russia. Oh, you must be used to the cold. I came from southern Russia, which is like the United States equivalent of West Virginia. And although we're not known for the inbreeding or the Mountain Dew addictions, you can generally find the natives drinking home-brewed Russian vodka, wearing their furry hats, and trying to entice a big brown bear into a little red vest onto a unicycle with an England thing about life. This usually never ends well, especially if the bears have too much to drink. But I'll tell you, after winter in Buffalo, I know how those poor bastards in Siberia feel, huh? But let me tell you, it doesn't really matter what country you're from, what language you speak. Your parents are always going to find a way to embarrass you or irritate you. When I was a teenager, I wanted to fit in. I didn't want to tell anybody I was from another country. I didn't want my friends to think I was a commie. try explaining that to my mother as she's standing in the middle of the front lawn, screaming at the top of her lungs for all my friends, God, and anybody within a 10-mile radius, Sveta, the boy! Para the boy! Yeah, that's right, I would act just like that. I have no idea who that is, or why she's screaming, but maybe I should go help her out. That was going to be the only way I got her to stop. My father, however, he came here and he decided to learn English with vigor. We weren't even allowed to speak Russian at home, except for my mother, who will not be broken, okay? My father, he studied, and his English is good. He has a heavy accent, but he speaks well. But he's constantly calling me to do the most mundane things. I'm like, Dad, well, your English is so much better. Your English is good. My English is not so good. I said, come on, Dad, your English is fine. You speak, you're well. He goes, oh, yeah? Well, you try asking them for a sheet of paper. I said, well, Dad, maybe you just gotta change the wording, the verbiage. Oh, yeah, why? You think piece of paper sounds good? All right, I'll talk to him. It wasn't until I got older that I learned to embrace and appreciate my Russian heritage. I mean, there are advantages other than screwing with your friends and wooing your lovers in bed, or even possibly working for the FBI, which they did ask me to do. I decided, hey, I can threaten my kids in public. I can probably drink all of you under the table. And the best part is, when a Mike Seabass comes walking up to you in a bar with his line, hey baby, are your feet tired? Because you've been running through my mind all night. I can just say, Pashol nahum. I don't speak the English, but I will take the fruit basket.